Guys, I hope you're as excited as I am about Palantir. They just signed a brand new contract with the U.S. Army for $823 million. This is a massive, massive deal. They continue to win these contracts over other technology companies, and it's really exciting stuff as they push into the commercial space. So we're going to talk about that as well as where I see this stock going over the next 3 to 5 years. So stick around. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tip Ranks YouTube channel. I'm Richard Allen. Thank you so much for joining me for another video, and I mean another video because I just recorded this whole video and talked to the camera for quite a long time without my microphone plugged in and recording. So that was fun. So this is the second take for me where we're going to talk about Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. This was one of the most talked about companies last year during the craziness. They did a direct listing for $10 per share. This is a company backed by Peter Thiel, the PayPal founder. This is a big tech company that honestly a lot of people don't quite understand or don't even know what they do. There's a lot of secrecy behind this company because they work so heavily with the government. And the cloud of secrecy surrounding Palantir makes it a bit harder to evaluate this company and the opportunity at hand. However, it's such secrecy that's so alluring to many growth investors who want a front row seat to the big data boom. This data boom is one of the hottest sectors of the economy, and you have companies like Google and big AI companies really competing for these same contracts. And in fact, Palantir went up against Google's Alphabet's Maven program for a contract just a few years ago, and Palantir won. And it wasn't from undercutting. It was because Palantir had a better product and it was more secure for the government to choose a company like Palantir as opposed to Google. Data is evolving to become an invaluable commodity. In the right hands, it could have profound applications across a wide range of industries, from optimizing corporate operations to next generation warfare to even predictive policing. So watch out what you type into your Google search because Palantir is probably watching. They probably are. Let's talk about the moat that Palantir has. Undoubtedly, Palantir's close ties with the U.S. government have made the company less transparent than most other easy-to-understand tech companies. Still, it's Palantir's government focus that should be viewed as a vital moat component to the firm's business. Again, they keep beating out other technology firms for these massive government contracts. This is really good news. So such a moat could be insurmountable for many of their competitors in the big data space, especially those focused on the commercial side of analytics. When working with the government, there has to be trust and an oath of secrecy. With that, government contract work is a vertical that could prove too far out of reach for many of today's non-government focused tech firms, even those on the cutting edge of AI and data analytics technology. As Palantir looks to make its offering more readily available to non-government entities, the company could have the ability to go on the offensive without having to worry too much about losing government contracts, specifically those revolving around defense. Let's jump over and talk a little bit about the valuation of Palantir right now because it's still pretty high. It's 33 times sales right now. Now, I'm going to say when because I keep saying that. A correction will occur. We just saw it a little bit, right? We saw the NASDAQ down 7% over the course of a few days. Those types of corrections occur quite a bit, but it's inevitable that we'll see even more of a correction, potentially like we did last March, maybe even worse. If we see something like that, it's companies like Palantir with these high valuations that tend to get hit the hardest when the NASDAQ falls. So that's something to keep in mind in the short term, okay? That's why I wanted to talk about valuation and where I see Palantir going over the next 3 to 5 years. Because if you take a peek at what the analysts have to say about Palantir, there's 3 sales, 2 holds, and 1 buy for Palantir, and ranges from the analyst of a 24% downside to a 30% upside. So very split across the board for Palantir. Not the most fantastic news. The analysts are like, you know what? This is overblowing. Palantir is going to go down or kind of stay flat over the next 12 months. And they most certainly could be correct for Palantir. If you take a peek at the charts, you have all-time highs for Palantir, or 52-week range of $8.90 all the way up to 45. So crazy volatility for this stock, but that's no surprise because Palantir is one of the most traded stocks and talked about stocks out there. It's still one of the top 25 stocks on Robinhood that is held for people. So people, despite not knowing a ton about this company, they're really, really excited about this company. So in the next 3 to 5 years, where do I see Palantir going? I think if they push more into the commercial space, if they continue to win these government contracts, but then push into the commercial space as well, I think they'll have some tremendous revenue growth over the next 3 to 5 years. I could see this doubling from here over the next 3 to 5 years, or potentially more. This company right now, a $45 billion market cap company, but I think this will be in the hundreds of billions of dollars over the next 5 years. That's my prediction for Palantir. I think it will most certainly double from here over the next 3 years, but I think it could go much, much further than that between the next 3 and 5 years. Obviously, just my opinion. I'm not a Wall Street analyst, but I think this company is going to grow tremendously as they jump into the commercial space even more. This is a company, again, that's backed by Peter Thiel, one of the founders of PayPal. So this is a big, big tech company that I think will be around for a long time. And Alex Karp, their CEO, seems to be a fantastic CEO, super, super, super smart, and I think he's going to be around for a long time, driving this company to do some amazing things. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me for another video. The second take of this video for me, first take for you, but thank you so much for joining me. As always, if you found any value or learned something new in this video at all, let me know by hitting that subscribe button and that like button down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.